Hello everyone. In this video you are going to learn how to create a simple presentation. Open up PowerPoint, and if you're not sure where to find it, click on your Start menu. You may see it in the Start menu here, or you can go to All Programs and then scroll down and look for Microsoft Office 2016. It may say 2016 Tools. You click the down arrow. If you don't find it there, you will find it in a Microsoft Office folder, more than likely in this list. Also, you can find it on your desktop as well, and sometimes you'll find it down on your taskbar at the bottom. It all depends on where the icon has been placed. All right, so when it opens, you have a choice of different templates to choose from. Notice the different templates here that we could use. We're going to always start with a blank presentation. And you'll see that throughout the entire course. In some cases, we'll be using the same presentation for several different videos. So we're going to double click here on blank presentation, or click one time rather. And then it opens to a blank presentation. So what we have here, right here, is the slide. And then here where you see where it says click to add title, these are just layouts, or really we can refer to them as text boxes. So in this case, we're going to type a title, and we're going to type advantages and disadvantages of PowerPoint. Now, me personally, because of the way I look at this, I prefer to move these last two words down. So I'm going to put my cursor in front of the word of and then hit enter. And then it makes it look a little better. And the subtitle, you can just type your name. And so then that part is done. We're pretty much done. This is known as the title slide. You always want to have a title slide for your presentation. You want your audience to know exactly what you're going to be talking about for the duration of your presentation. So now we have our title slide in place, and up here on the ribbon, okay, we're going to, and you should be on the Home tab, we're going to click on the top part of the new slide button. There is a difference if you notice, if you kind of move your cursor over these two pieces of the new slide. If I click the bottom part, these are the different slide layouts. And remember, I just mentioned about different layouts. So if I wanted to change the layout of the next slide to a particular layout, such as comparison or title only, I could do that. But in this case, let's just click on the top part, and notice it gives us this defaulted layout. Let's go back to right there where we clicked on new slide, the bottom part of it. And notice it gave us the title and content layout. That is a defaulted layout of PowerPoint. We can always change our layout here, which we'll talk about that later. So we got our next slide in place. So now, remember, we're going to be talking about advantages and disadvantages. So let's just type the word for the title, advantages. And then the first advantage here that we're going to put is it adds visual impact. So we've typed that, and notice that bullet that automatically appears. Remember, we call it is called PowerPoint. All right, it's not called Power Paragraph. Not that you can't have a paragraph on a slide, but be careful with adding too much text to a slide. You're giving the audience too much information, and it can be overwhelming, and it can be a turnoff. So yeah, you can add little illustrations, you can have quotes, but just don't overdo it. You want to make short points and elaborate on those points. So we type this first point. Let's hit enter. Notice another bullet appears automatically. Here's another advantage. It enhances your job skills. So your job skills increase. When you finish this course, you can get a certificate in the end. Just send a message to me in the course, and I'll send you a certificate. This can enhance your job skills. You can put that on your resume as well. It looks good. Microsoft Office is included in most job descriptions as far as the need or what they want in their employers. All right, so employees rather. So we're going to hit enter again. Let's type one more. It makes it easier to present information. All right, so now we have 3 bullet points. Now remember, we talked about this in one of the introductory videos. I talked about the best practices. If you didn't watch that, please go back and watch that as far as what you're going to get out of the course and then what are the best practices of PowerPoint. You need to know those. It makes it easier to present information in a very organized way, in bullet forms. And when you do your bullets, you want to have no more than 5 to 7 bullets per slide. And you just want to simply elaborate on those different bullets that you put on the slide, such as what I'm doing right now. So those are the 3 advantages. Now let's add a new slide. Click on the top part of the new slide button. And now we're going to type disadvantages. And I'm just going to mention 2 of them. Click down there where it says click to add text. And we're going to type design templates are limited. And then hit enter. And then equipment is always needed. All right, so what do I mean by design templates? The design templates found on the design tab, which we will get into later in the course. Basically, those are the backgrounds, the different template backgrounds that we could use for PowerPoint. As a matter of fact, when you open PowerPoint, it presented different templates there that we could use. But there are only so many templates. And the problem with that is when you see one presentation, you see them all, and that, once again, can turn people off. So you want to, in this course, you're going to learn how to actually customize your backgrounds, and that way you'll have a very unique background. Equipment is always needed. But I mean, both of these are easy fixes. Like I said, the first one, you can customize your background. The second one, if equipment is not available, like your computer, as far as a laptop, as far as a projector, you can always do handouts. There are so many different ways of doing it if you don't have technology available. So that's a simple presentation. And of course, you always want to save it, but we'll talk about that in another video. You've actually created, if you've never done this before, your first basic PowerPoint presentation. So move on to the next video where, although you've just learned about how to create one, now you're going to learn how to preview this in Slideshow.